Breaking news for millions of Americans on SSI, SSDI, VA, and Social Security. 2026 is kicking off with some serious updates you need to know about, starting January 5. If you or someone you love relies on these benefits, listen up because this could change your financial game big time. The government just confirmed new payments coming your way, and they're not just small adjustments. These changes could mean more money hitting your account sooner than you think. But before you start dreaming about extra cash, it's crucial to understand who qualifies, how the payments will roll out, and what you need to watch for to avoid scams or misinformation. This isn't some vague rumor or wishful thinking. Official sources have made it clear that relief is coming, and it's designed to help ease the burden of rising living costs hitting seniors, veterans, and people with disabilities hard. Whether you're budgeting for rent, groceries, or medical bills, this update could bring some much-needed breathing room. We're breaking it all down in plain, no-nonsense language so you can get the facts fast, stay informed, and be ready to take advantage of what's coming. You won't want to miss the details on payment timing, eligibility, and what steps you need to take next. So if you want to stay ahead and protect yourself from false info, hit that like button right now. It helps get this crucial info out to others who need it too. Don't scroll past. Let's dive in and make sure you get every dollar you deserve starting January 5. All right, now that you've heard the big news about the new 2026 payments starting January 5, let's break down what this means for you and your family. I know there's a lot of chatter online, some of it confusing, some of it hopeful, and yes, some of it downright misleading. So I want to cut through the noise, give you the facts, and talk about why this update is such a big deal right now. Whether you're living on SSI, SSDI, VA benefits, or Social Security, this could directly impact your monthly budget and financial peace of mind. First off, let's talk timing. January 5 isn't just some random date pulled out of thin air. It marks when the government officially kicks off the new payment schedule, meaning if you qualify, you could start seeing changes in your benefits right away. That could be extra money to help cover everything from skyrocketing rent costs to those ever-growing grocery bills. It's the kind of boost that many people have been waiting for, especially after the past couple of years where inflation has hit fixed-income folks the hardest. Now, here's where it gets interesting, and a little tricky. These payments aren't exactly the same for everyone. The rules around eligibility, amounts, and distribution can get complicated fast. That's why it's important you stay tuned, because the more you understand these details now, the less chance you'll miss out or get caught up in confusion or scams. Let's talk eligibility. If you're receiving SSI, SSDI, Social Security retirement, or VA disability benefits, you're in the right place. These programs serve millions of Americans who rely on consistent support. The new payment changes coming in January are designed to reflect the rising cost of living and economic realities that people on fixed incomes can't ignore. These adjustments aim to help you keep up, not just tread water. One big question on everyone's mind is, how much more money are we talking about? The answer varies depending on your specific program and circumstances. For Social Security retirees, there's a cost of living adjustment, COLA, that's expected to increase monthly payments by a notable percentage compared to last year. For SSI and SSDI recipients, the update could mean additional one-time payments or adjusted monthly amounts. And for veterans receiving VA benefits, the announcement includes increases in disability compensation and pension benefits to better match inflation. Now, let me be real with you. This isn't an overnight magic fix. These programs work through detailed administrative processes that take time. That means while the payments officially start in January, some folks may see their funds hit earlier or later, depending on how their particular benefits are processed. But the important thing is this: the government is moving, and this is official. We're past the rumor stage. I want to pause for a moment here because it's easy to get caught up in the hype and misinformation that spreads on social media. You might have seen posts promising instant payments or suggesting you need to apply again. That's not usually the case. Most of these benefits are paid automatically based on existing records. So the key is to make sure your info is up to date. That means any changes in your address, income, or status should be reported promptly to avoid delays. Speaking of which, here's a quick tip. Keep an eye out for official letters or notices from the Social Security Administration, VA, or other relevant agencies. They will provide the most accurate info about what to expect and any actions you might need to take. If you get a call or email asking for your personal info or money to claim your payment, be extremely cautious. Scammers love to prey on folks during announcements like this. Now back to why this matters so much right now. The past few years have been tough for a lot of people living on a fixed income. Between inflation hitting groceries, utilities, rent, and healthcare costs, many are struggling to make ends meet. That's exactly why these 2026 payments aren't just numbers on paper. They represent real relief and breathing room for families who need it most. I know you might be wondering, is this enough? Will it actually help? The truth is, while these updates provide a helpful boost, they aren't a full solution to the ongoing financial challenges people face. The cost of living continues to rise, and the conversation about improving long-term support for seniors, veterans, and people with disabilities is ongoing. This payment adjustment is a step, an important one, but it's part of a bigger picture. What's encouraging is that this renewed focus shows lawmakers are listening. When enough people speak up and demand action, changes happen. This comeback on the payment front is proof that public pressure, combined with economic realities, can influence policy. That's why staying informed and engaged is so important. Your voice matters. Let's break down what you can do right now to be ready for these changes. First, double-check that your contact info is current with the agencies providing your benefits. If you've moved recently or if there's been a change in your household income or situation, update your records ASAP. That helps ensure your payments aren't delayed. Second, watch your benefit portals online. Both the Social Security Administration and the VA have websites where you can track your payment status, update info, and find official announcements. Bookmark those pages and check them regularly to stay ahead of any news or required steps. Third, be patient but proactive. Remember, these programs handle millions of beneficiaries, and processing times can vary. If you're expecting a payment and it doesn't show up immediately, don't panic. Look for official updates and contact the agency directly if you have concerns. Now, let's talk about the emotional side of this. I get it. Waiting on money that's crucial to your daily life can be stressful. It's frustrating to hear about relief coming but not see it right away. You might be juggling bills, doctor visits, and groceries and feel like the system moves too slow. Those feelings are valid, and you're not alone. The best thing you can do is stay informed and avoid falling for scams or false promises. Many scammers ramp up their attacks when people expect government payments. If something sounds fishy or too good to be true, it probably is. Always verify with official sources. Looking ahead, these payment updates for 2026 are just the start. There's a lot happening behind the scenes in Washington, with ongoing talks about how to make these support programs stronger and more sustainable. Advocates and policymakers are pushing for broader reforms to address housing, healthcare, and income security for seniors and people with disabilities. While that work continues, these immediate payment increases can help ease some of the pressure now. They give you a little breathing room to cover essentials and maybe even save a bit for unexpected expenses. That kind of relief can make a real difference in day-to-day life. Before we wrap up, let's revisit why hitting that like button is so important. When you like and share this video, you help spread accurate, timely info to people who need it. That helps cut through the misinformation flood and gets the facts out to seniors, veterans, and disability recipients who might be confused or worried. Your support helps create a community where people can get real help, not just empty promises. So, to recap, new 2026 payments for SSI, SSDI, VA, and Social Security start January 5th. They're designed to help with rising costs and provide relief for millions. The payments will roll out based on your program and eligibility, so stay updated with official sources. Keep your info current, watch for official notices, and be alert for scams. This is a real opportunity to get some financial relief, but it's also part of a longer journey toward better support systems. Thanks for sticking with me through this breakdown. I know these topics can get complicated, but understanding what's happening puts you in control. Keep watching for updates, and I'll be here to help you cut through the noise and get to the facts. Remember, better days are coming, and this January update could be the start of a brighter financial future for you and your loved ones. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to keep the conversation going. Stay safe, stay informed, and stay strong. Now, let's talk a little bit about how this all ties into your day-to-day life. Because honestly, government programs and payments can sometimes feel like distant, abstract things that happen far away from your kitchen table. But the truth is, this update could change how you manage your monthly bills, your groceries, or even your healthcare choices. When a fixed income suddenly has to stretch to cover everything, even a small bump can feel like a lifeline. For example, imagine you're a veteran relying on your VA disability compensation. You've been managing, but every month, the price hikes on medications or utilities make it tougher to keep up. This new payment increase could ease some of that stress. Maybe enough to get your prescriptions on time or avoid having to choose between heating your home and buying groceries. Or if you're on SSI or SSDI, you know the struggle to stretch every dollar to cover rent, utilities, and food. This update, especially if it includes a one-time payment or a cost of living bump, can be the difference between making it through the month or falling behind on bills. And that kind of relief isn't just financial, it's emotional too. It's peace of mind when things feel overwhelming. But it's also important to keep expectations grounded. This isn't a permanent solution to all financial problems. The cost of living is climbing in many parts of the country, and healthcare costs continue to rise. So while these new payments help, there's still a need for bigger reforms in how we support seniors, people with disabilities, and veterans. This is why advocacy and community action matter so much. When you stay informed and involved, whether that's by contacting your representatives, joining local support groups, or simply sharing credible info with friends and family, you're part of the push that keeps these issues front and center. Now let's touch on one more thing I get asked about a lot: the timing and how these payments will be delivered. Historically, the government prefers to use existing payment systems for these programs to avoid confusion and delays. That means if you already receive your benefits electronically, like direct deposit into your bank account, you're likely to get your new payment adjustments through the same channel. That's good news because it means less hassle for you. However, if your benefits are mailed as checks, or if you've had changes in your banking or mailing info, it's crucial to update those details with the appropriate agency as soon as possible. Delays in updates can mean delays in payments, and no one wants to wait longer than necessary. Another layer of this conversation involves eligibility reviews. Sometimes, when changes happen to benefit amounts or new payments are added, the agencies may need to verify your eligibility again. That could mean receiving requests for additional documents or information. It's important not to ignore these requests, even if they seem tedious. Responding promptly keeps your payments flowing without interruption. I also want to take a moment to talk about the emotional roller coaster many people experience around these payment announcements. It's normal to feel hopeful and then frustrated when the news doesn't immediately translate into extra cash in your bank account. The back and forth waiting can be draining. That's why staying informed, patient, and connected to trusted sources is so important. Let me also warn you about scammers. When government payments make headlines, scammers ramp up their efforts. Fake calls, emails, texts, promising early payments or special processing fees are common. Remember, the government will never ask you to pay money or provide sensitive personal info to get your benefits. Always verify through official websites or direct agency contacts. Now let's zoom out for a moment. These 2026 payment updates are happening in the context of a bigger national conversation. Policymakers and advocates are grappling with how to ensure these programs remain sustainable and responsive to the growing needs of an aging population and people with disabilities. The fact that payments are increasing signals some recognition of the financial hardships so many face, but it also highlights that there's more work to do. Issues like affordable housing, healthcare access, and reliable income support continue to demand attention. So what can you do to be part of shaping the future of these programs? First, stay informed. Watch updates from trusted sources and official agencies. Second, Don't hesitate to reach out to your local representatives to share your experiences and advocate for stronger support. Third, connect with community organizations that assist seniors, veterans, and disabled individuals. They often have resources and can amplify your voice. Wrapping this all up, it's clear that these new payments starting January 5th, 2026, represent a meaningful step for millions of Americans relying on SSI, SSDI, VA, and Social Security. They're not a cure-all, but they're an important signal that your struggles are being recognized and addressed. If you found this breakdown helpful and want to stay ahead of the curve on all things Social Security and related benefits, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. I'll be here bringing you the latest updates, busting myths, and helping you navigate these important changes. And if you haven't yet, hit that like button. It might seem small, but liking this video helps get this important information in front of more people who need it right now. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay informed, and remember, better days are coming.